Hi guys, and welcome back. I am just recovering from a monster leg workout and it got me thinking to myself, why do I do this? No, it made me think, why not do a top 10 leg exercise video? So that's what I've done. It's coming up in a minute. Well, the first one we're going to go for is the king of all leg exercises, the squat or the back squat. It's called the back squat because you've got the weight on the back of you as opposed to the front squat, which we're going to come to in a second. Now with the back squat, you've got the weight on your traps or on the back of your shoulders, and it's directly above your spine, so you get a bit of compression in the spine which will engage your core and your lower back. As it's on your back, you're going to use more of your posterior chain, so you're going to use your hamstrings and your glutes, which is the back of your leg and your ass. Number 2 is the front squat. So like the back squat, but it is in front of you. Elbows up, or sometimes you can like this and have the bar across your throat. Quite dangerous, but anyway, same thing, it still engages your core, it still does every muscle below the waist. But the difference with this one as well is it does more of the frontal area, so you're going to get a lot more in your quads than you would with a back squat. Sticking with squats, the third one is the jump squat. So this is a weightless exercise, although you can use small weights with it. It's a plyometric exercise, so it's going to boost power and stamina, and it's basically squatting and jumping, or jumping and squatting, so they've called it the jump squat. Number 4, let's get all deadlifty now. First of all, we're going to start off with the Romanian deadlift. Now, this is the deadlift. It's very similar to a deadlift, but the Romanian deadlift is you keep your legs basically straight. You're going to have a little bend in them, but unlike the deadlift, which I'll come to in a second, you're going to keep that bend in your knees, and it's more to stretch out your hamstrings. You're going to get a massive stretch in your hamstrings. Very good. I like to do it after I've done hamstrings as a big stretcher exercise. Like a finisher. If you use a light weight, you can use this as a finisher exercise. It's fantastic. So now number 5 is the deadlift. You should have seen that one coming from what I just said. Now this is what a deadlift looks like. Like I said, like with the Romanian ones, but you're going to add a squat into it. So as soon as the bar comes down over your knees, you're going to squat down, and then you're going to stand back up again, pushing through the heels, keeping your core nice and tight. You should know this. I'm just putting them in a list. I'm not teaching you how to do them. You should know that by now. Number 6, we're just over halfway, so I thought I'd give you a nice easy one. The wall sit. Have you ever seen a wall sit? It does exactly what it says. You sit up against the wall. It's like sitting on a chair up against the wall without the chair. It looks easy and it's very simple to perform, but it's very hard to keep it in that position. Same as the plank, it's a static exercise. You get in position and you hold it for time. Not much time, if you're me. Now, onto one that's in my routine at the moment, which is one of my favourites, the leg press. Now this is the machine leg press. It's very similar to a squat, it's just at a different angle, and this is the exercise I do after my squats. Very similar way to perform it. Make sure you keep your core nice and tight. The chair will obviously help you do that, and you're pushing through your heels. Make sure you're not doing it through the balls of your feet, always through the heels. Now, one of my all-time favourite for building the legs and feeling a stretch, the leg extension. So we all know what a leg extension looks like. Here's a photograph in case you don't. There are loads of different exercises and inclines and declines to do this, but the bog standard that you'll see everywhere is that chair with the knee support around the back and the pads in front of the ankle, and off you go, you kick out. If you want to push your feet inwards, you're going to get your outer sweep done, and if you want to turn your feet or your toes pointing outwards, you'll get the inner side of your knee. So bear that in mind, because that's great to have a little bit of a change. Now what I do after the leg extension is the leg curl. Don't like this exercise, but I do like the feeling it gives me. So I'm sticking with it. Very hard exercise, or very hard muscle to train, your hamstrings. There's not very many machines you can do this. There's a standing, in my gym there's a standing hamstring curl machine, and obviously the laying down one. You can also get a seated where you kick your legs downwards. We haven't got one of those, but I've used them in the past and I actually prefer those. But very good exercise, and like I say, it does exactly what it says. It is a hamstring curl, or the leg curl, and it just, like a bicep curl, and it does your bicep, the top half of your arm. The hamstring curl, the leg curl, is going to do, the hamstring is going to do exactly the same part of that leg. And the last one is the calf raise. I've got written down on my list bodyweight calf raise. So you can do like a bodyweight calf raise. You go up on your tiptoes and you go down. If you want to stand on a little box or stand on a weight plate, you'll go down further and you'll get a stretch. You can do them seated, you can do them standing. You can do, you have seated machines and standing machines to do these. I prefer seated, but the one in my gym is no good, so I use their standing one. You can use it with weights on the machine. You can use it body weight. You can train body weight. Or you can have like a bodyweight one with dumbbells in your hands, so you can train them at home. If you wanted to do this seating, my advice to you is sit on a chair and have a weight plate or a dumbbell on your knees and do them that way. This is a high rep exercises. I do 30s. So if I can do 30 reps, then I'll put the weight up a little bit and I'll keep going until I get down to about 20. I do very high volume with my calves because I've got dainty calves. So there you go, guys, the top 10 in no particular order, leg exercises. I hope you've enjoyed this. If I've missed any that you like to do, please let me know. Write it in the comment section down below. And if you are serious about leg day, you should be doing pretty much most of these. So keep training, get those legs nice and big, get yourself a nice big set of wheels, and I'll see you soon.